What's up YouTube? For tonight's video we have a full average stats team. Okay, make sure you leave your theme team suggestions in the comment section below. As usual, you could be picked for a mystery pick too, so put your comment in there. If it's something original, something different that no one's done before, you may well be picked. Okay, this one is for Patreon. If you would like your theme team done for you, you can check that out in the description of the video. Okay, so I've got 2 battles tonight, spoiling you guys. Now, this was pretty cool. This was the whole average base stats of the team and out of each stat. The full description of how this team was done is in the screenshot at the start of this video if you're confused there. Okay, so I had 2 battles on my chat. If you do want to come and have a battle against me, just click that link and I'm always there, or someone's always there to battle and train and just hang out. It's really good. We have loads of people there. Okay, so this battle was against Dion, and we had a Monferno lead here. So I almost went for the Stealth Rock there to set up, but I decided to go for the Earthquake there to get some damage. I'm going to get wrecked there by the nasty plot Flamethrower. Okay, I was actually running a Citrus Berry on that one. Okay, so I'm going to bring a Whiscash here. This is a Choice Scarf Whiscash, which is sort of works, but it's more of a surprise thing there. That crit definitely mattered. So I went for the Waterfall, obviously there, and that's going to take that out. Now I thought it may stay in because it could have something like HP Grass or anything like that to hit me. Probably wasn't expecting to get outsped either. Okay, so expecting a Waterfall from Basculin. That's probably its most common move there. And I'm going to swap in my Carnivine here, running max health and max defense on it. Like, you can run a lot of different sets. Well, I ran a lot of different sets of Carnivine, but it's not a Pokemon you hardly ever see. Now, this was a really, really rare moment here. We were both using a Carnivine. It was crazy. Like, you will definitely not see this one every day, that's for sure. Okay, so I've got a Toxic on his Carnivine, and I'm running, as I said, I'm running the max health, max defense there with leftovers there. Okay, so as I said, I wasn't sure what set he was running as well, so I decided to stay and just go for Power Whip, get some damage on it. I wasn't, even with nothing in attack, it still did pretty good damage there. I was happy with that one. Now I'm just going to use Toxic on me, so I'm like, okay, it's probably a stalling set too. That's Carnivine's pretty good at that. It's got some cool moves. Like, Power Whip is really, really strong on it. I had a Choice Band set that worked quite well on it. It's got stuff like Sword Dance, Sleep Powder, Leech Seed, Ingrain. But Ingrain's more of a gimmick, but it's some interesting moves anyway. Okay, so I'm going to swap out here. I don't really like this matchup because it's Carnivine versus Carnivine, and I think his could be a bit more stally than mine. So I swapped into my Swalot here, which had Liquid Ooze. Now, I definitely wasn't expecting a Giga Drain there, but that was very handy. I thought it might have Power Whip itself. Okay, so it's going to eat a Citrus Berry and become K there. So that's fine, but now I know that its main stab Grass attack is going to injure itself. So I decided here to go for the Gunk Shot and throw a bin at Carnivine, and it hits, and that's going to take it out. I'm running a Choice Band set on this Swallow. It hits really, really hard. It's quite it's a really nice surprise factor too. I generally always get a kill with it at least. Okay, so Sandra comes in here. I'm guessing it's a Everlight, bulky Everlight set, so I'm not going to be able to touch that at all. Went into Carnivine here to get the Levitate if it goes for the Earthquake, which I didn't think it would, but I thought may as well swap in anyway. So it's going to Super Fang me there. It's definitely a support set. So here I was like, okay, I could go for the Power Whip here and at least see how much damage it does. I might as well try that. So Sandra is going to swap out here. I decided to go for the Sleep Powder in the end because I thought, nah, I don't think they're going to stay in for that one. Okay, so Gandalf comes out here, and I'm going to put Gandalf to sleep with the Sleep Powder, which is cool. That's good. I have to swap out here because there's not much I can really do after that Intimidate. I'm not going to be hitting very hard. Stoutland's got nice base stats, and like I said, I don't really know what the Stoutland is, whether it's a sweep or it's like a bulky sweep or anything. And I might as well keep Cacturn around too. Okay, so I thought, well, a nice swap in here would be, my Swalot here, because I've already used him once. I may as well just go for the Gunk Shot again. Okay, so Gandalf's going to stay in here. He's going to be sleeping. So, I'm going to throw a bin at Gandalf, and it misses, because, yep, I just had a You Shall Not Pass image in my head there. Anyway, I get hit by the Retaliate. Doesn't really do too much there, and Gunk Shot hits for the hits this time, and that does loads of damage there. It's got the lefties attached, which is not really going to make too much difference there. So, Gandalf is going to go for the Retaliate again, and nearly takes me out. And Gunk Shot hits for the second time there. I'm locked into that, and that's going to be Stoutland down there. Okay, I think he may have been wanting to run a life orb on there. I think you mentioned that, or I'm pretty sure he mentioned that. Anyways, Drop the Bass is going to come in, and that's going to definitely take me out there. I decided to stay in just in case, because there's no point really swapping out there. I was on low health and I'm a slow Pokemon. Okay, so I thought, well, if it's banded, it's definitely going to go for Crunch again. So I decided to go for the Power Whip here. Crunch just hits there, and I'm able to get the Power Whip off here. And this just annihilates Basculin because it's very poor in defenses. Even with no attack EVs, just the pure base power and its poor defenses there. Okay, so I got a little bit of leftover recovery there, and since I just swapped in, I was actually able to live the next attack, which was awesome on 10 health. So I could get myself prepared for the next Pokemon. Okay, so all that was left with the Sandshrew and another unknown Pokemon at this stage. Here I went for the Power Whip there. That hits super hard and takes Sandshrew out with a crit. I definitely think that mattered because it would have been an Everlight set. Not to say it wouldn't have taken it, it would have taken it very well, but I'd say it still would have lived. Okay, so here I'm going to go down to the Toxic, which is fine. So the last Pokemon he had was the Corsola. So it was I was thinking, what should I swap into the Corsola? So I decided to swap in my Seeking. Now this was a special Seeking. Okay, so essentially, since it was the average speed stat, I thought, well, let's use the Swift Swim stat to make it a lot faster than it normally is. Okay, so Corsola's going to go for the Power Gem here. I was like, okay, well, I wonder what set this is. It doesn't really do too much damage. Actually running quite a bulky Seeking here with max special attack though. HP Grass, it's pretty hard. I can see there is some sort of investment there. So Scald actually does more damage than Power Gem since the Rain Dance is up, and it burns me too. Now I've got Patea Berry on this Seeking, so I was like, well, if I can get myself into like a low range and it has something like Recover, I might be able to do some serious damage, maybe one hit KO. Okay, so going for the Hydro Pump here in the rain, I thought I'd just go for it, and it misses out in the kill just by a margin. So Corsola's going to go for the Recover. It's good to see Corsola being used to its it's definitely a favourite Pokemon of mine as well, and has Regenerated too, which is a nice little ability on it. Okay, so I was like, okay, should I just go for Hidden Power again? Because Hydro Pump's going to miss. And I was like, fuck it, let's just go for Hydro Pump again. And it misses, yay! So, yeah, I definitely should have gone for Hidden Power Grass again for the, just for the safe, reliable accuracy. Okay, so I popped the Patea Berry. I'm like, okay, this time I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Grass. And yeah, hit Corsola in the ass. So I hit it in the face, and it just lives. I'm like, damn. So I'm gonna go down to the Scald here, but that's cool. I put it in a low range of health there, and obviously the Scald is going to take me out with the burn damage. So the rain does stop there, which doesn't really affect this at all. And down goes my Seeking, but that's cool. Okay, so I've still got Wish Cash, and my other Pokemon was Luminium, which I didn't get to use in this battle, but I did get to use in the next battle, so don't fear. Okay, so I'm going to swap in Wish Cash here and go for the Mighty Spark. Now, a lot of people, like nearly every person I battled with this team was like, wow, I didn't know Wish Cash could get Spark. So I thought that was a pretty cool move to put on it. And it may be an unsuspecting Water type coming in. Okay, so my second battle I had on my chat too. I'm trying to remember this user's name. I have had a battle against him before. Anyway, so they're going to start with the Meowstic, which I knew would set up screens on me. Okay, this was quite funny. So he's going to set up the screen, right? I was like, well, let's get rid of that Prankster. It learns Skill Swap, so I give it Anticipation, and I take the Prankster, which is cool. So I'm going to go, this turn, I'm going to go for the Prankster Stealth Rock. So I was like, I might be able to steal some abilities and stuff and cause some mayhem in this battle. So that's why I put a Skill Swap on there. So I've got the, excuse me, I've got the rocks up on the field, which is cool. They're going to have both their screens up. I definitely say that's light clay. Now, this was, I was decided here, should I go for the Earthquake or should I go for the Bug Bite? I was like tossing up whether they were going to stay in as well. Here I decided I might as well just go like for the Bug Bite and get some super effective damage if it does stay in. Okay, so this was pretty funny. So now I'm going to get copycatted by this Riolu, who is going to use Bug Bite on me. And you remember how I said I had a citrus berry before? It fucking steals my citrus berry and eats it and gets all its health back. I'm like, no! So that was I laughed about a good while for that because, you know, obviously they had no idea that I had Citrus Berry. So Earthquake does loads of damage, nearly takes it out. It's going to go for a reversal. They're obviously expecting, you know, not to live the next attack very well. But since that's not very effective and it's got nice base stats, that's going to be too much for Raiolu to take out there. And we all know that crit mattered. Okay, so quite a sandy start to this battle. Alright, so we have Snivy coming out here. It was good to see Snivy being used in PE. Now I was like, okay, well, let's go for the Bug Bite here. Let's, you know, that should do some decent damage even with the Reflect up. So it's going to, obviously it's going to be the contrary, you know, Leaf Storm deal. I already saw that one coming. And Bug Bite just destroys it. So I did get a crit there. So this Wormadam is just, sanding its way through everything. Okay, so a very good start at the moment. Now, Flareon comes in. I've got the Stealth Rock onto the field, so that does some solid damage to that. Okay, so I'm going to get Flame Charged here. And I was like, okay, that was really good. Wormadam, like, Sandcloak did so, like, way better than like it usually did in all the other battles. So if I can get that much out of this Pokemon, this should be, you know, a decent battle. Okay, so it's got the Toxic Orb there. It's got the Guts up. This thing is a really powerful Pokemon. So here I was like, well, I'm willing to lose my Carnivine here. Just to let it die because it's already taken some damage from Stealth Rock. Okay, so here I just went for Power Whip as well. I didn't think it'd actually live the next attack. They went for Bite. Okay, I was expecting a Flare Blitz. Right, so it's going to have to attack me with Flare Blitz eventually if it is a physical set, which you know, I'm pretty sure it is because it used Bite. And it's also, health isn't looking too flash either. Okay, so the Reflect wears off there, and I'm going to get hit by the Flare Bitch, which is cool. That's exactly what I wanted to do in the first place. You know, my team wasn't exactly very good checking Flareon. Flareon's quite hard to check if you don't have, you know, specific Pokemon. Okay, so that does loads of health, recoil to it, and the Toxic is enough to take it out. So Flareon goes down just like I planned there, and Carnivine played its role really nicely there. Okay. Now, this was interesting. So Dragonite comes out, a Dragonair comes out here. So I was like, well, I've got Choice Band Ice Punch, but what if it's one of those really bulky Everlight sets that just lives on a little bit of health and gets a Dragon Dance and crits my entire team? So I decided to go for the Explosion here. I thought, bugger, I'm not going to take any chances, and that just, like, nukes Dragonair from the field. And that was really good, but I came to regret that decision later on in the battle. Okay, so Dragonair's down. I just killed my favorite Pokemon. Rip. Okay, so all that's left is there's a Meowstic left as well. So I thought they may send that out to set up the screens again. Okay, so as I said, I had this bulky Seeking I was running here. Now I was like, should I get the Rain up or should I just go for Hydro Pump? They set up the Reflect there. I decided to go for the Rain Dance. I could have gone for the Hydro Pump here because mainly Seeking runs. Well, I've seen physical Seeking. And I see Physical Seeking a lot more than Special Seeking, which is quite funny because it has Lightning Rod and that sort of thing. Okay, then again, its move pool sort of supports Physical a little bit more. You know, Mega Horn, Waterfall, Drill Run, those sort of moves, like a lot more reliable than Hydro Pump and that sort of thing. Anyway, so that does loads of damage, the Hydro Pump. And I'm just going to go here for the Ice Beam, but unfortunately got that screen up, so that's not going to be enough to kill it. Oh my god, look how little that did. Okay, so Meowstic is going to go for the Psyshock here. I was very confident that I could take that easy peasy, and it was quite unfortunate there, because if I didn't have Lightning Rod too, I actually had Swift, and they didn't really know that. Like, I could have just set up Rain Dance, so it was a very risky play there too. Okay, so now Go-Go is their last Pokemon, so I was like, oh man, this is going to get, you know, this is going to be quite hard to get past because I don't have Carnivine anymore. I don't have my Swalot because I nuked it, and the rest of my team is like really weak to this thing. Anyways, so I'm going to go for the Ice Beam here, which virtually does nothing. So I'm like, okay, that's not cool. I was like, well, it might go for another Bulk Up here, or it could go for Horn Leech. I mean, it's just, I knew already it was just the standard Go-Go set that everyone uses. So I swapped into my Lumineon here. The problem was it was another Water-type Pokemon, and that hits me really super duper hard there, which sucks. Poor Lumineon didn't get much of a go in this, but I did get a sweep with it, and I'm definitely going to put that up because it needs some more love. So I go for the Scald there. I miss out on the burn, which I would have rather a burn than a freaking crit, and then I'm going to get taken out by the Horn Leech there. So all I've got left is Whipcash and Seeking. Like, my team was so weak to this Pokemon, like, it wasn't funny. So as I said, I really did regret blowing up my Swalot here, because I could have easily gone for like Gunk Shot, and this thing would have not. It would have one-shotted it. So anyway, so I'm going to get a Horn Leech here, which crits me. I think that I don't think that crit mattered too much. I, however, was running a bulky Seeking set, and if it did leave, I had a Pinch Berry, which was Potato Berry, and then I was going to go for an Ice Beam there to get a little bit more damage off. And then I was going to bring in my Whiz Cash, which was Choice Scarf, and I had Bounce on it to finish, sort of like finish this game off, because I didn't, I didn't think they'd expect Bounce. Anyway, so the Horn Leech is going to be 4 times super effective against me, and Bounce hits really hard considering there's a bulk up. It does just under half health, so I mean, that was a fun battle anyway. I hope you guys enjoy this one. That Go-Gut really did counter my team hard there at the end, and I probably shouldn't have gone Boom on my favorite Pokemon, but that's how it goes. I was having fun. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Enjoy the bloopers.